Oh shit!
It's spooky, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Hello friends, this is Utz, and today we're doing another episode on our very self-explanatory series, Underrated Perks. The one we're covering today is called I'm All Ears. This is a teachable perk unlocked at level 30 from the Ghostface, and it is a perk that most people really don't consider. When this perk was first introduced, it was complete garbage, it had no redeeming qualities whatsoever, and people rightfully ignored it. But ever since, it's been massively buffed, and people still don't really seem to run it or give it a chance. I think that this is because this is just not one of those perks that will single-handedly carry you. It's not a perk that will win you a game. It's not a perk that will allow you to make a lot of mistakes. It's a nuanced perk that you will need to understand and fully utilize. And if you do that, it will bring you something quite unique. Let's get into what it does before we get into it. I'm all ears. Any survivor performing a rushed action within 48 meters from your location will have their aura revealed to you for 6 seconds. And this ability has a cooldown of up to 40 seconds at tier 3. Let's break it all down. Performing rush actions includes quick vaulting pallets, quick vaulting, that is pressing shift, windows, and quickly getting in or out of lockers. Now, obviously, if they get into a locker, you're not going to see their aura because the locker blocks the aura, but you'll see the perk trigger. And if for some reason you didn't hear the notification, you will be able to, figure out they went into a locker and grab them out. The first weakness, other than this hefty cooldown that this perk has, is the survivor perk called Quick and Quiet. Quick and Quiet suppresses sound and completely counters this perk. So if you notice that a survivor is running it, you will have to play around it and you will not be able to choose when to use it, because if the survivor has it available, and Quick and Quiet has a cooldown of 20 seconds, so they'll have it available more often than not, you will have to wait for the next time they do a rushed action. Quick and Quiet, big counter to this perk. Keep that in mind. Other than that, any of these rushed actions will trigger this perk, and for 6 seconds you will be able to see them. 6 seconds when you get close up is a lot of time. And being able to see their aura will work a little bit like this. They trigger the action, you block the line of sight deliberately with your approach, and then get in a hit. Why is this so good? Why is this so important? This perk helps in doing the single most important thing a killer needs to do. And that's not knowing where survivors are. You can run barbecue, whispers, discordance for that. And that's not regression generators massively like Pop Goes the Weasel or Ruin. It is cutting chases short, ending chases prematurely. As a killer, you simply cannot afford to play by the survivor rules. If you chase a survivor the way the survivor wants to be chased, you will run around the structure a million times. They will drop the pallet or get the window block, move over to the next one, and by the time you down them, you've wasted just too much time. You need to use this mindset against them. You need to convince them that it's safe to go for another loop, and then use this perk or whatever else is available to get that hit early before they even drop the pallet. That is how you will win games as a killer, especially at higher ranks where people play in a much more optimal way. Now, who should you run this perk on? There's a few categories. First, we've got the God tier category, and that is occupied simply by the nurse. The nurse is a disgustingly strong killer with this perk. Being able to see the aura through a wall on other killers gives you information that you have to work around. On the nurse, it's just as simple as blink through the wall, hit them, and since they don't know that you can see them, they will probably behave in a very predictable way, and it should be easy enough. The only reason this perk will never be buffed is because it would be even more disgusting on the nurse. So keep that in mind. If you want to be a disgusting nurse, run this perk, enjoy. The next best killers to run this perk on are the killers that can instantly down you very easily. Now, you would think that maybe Ghostface or Myers would be here, maybe Billy. These are not the killers that benefit the most. These killers have other resources. The killers that benefit the most in this category are the Plague and Legion. Both Plague and Legion can get you injured very easily with their power, that is Feral Frenzy and the Vile Plague, but they struggle to get that second hit in. And that's where this perk comes in clutch. Being able to get a little mind game and having it only needed to be done once because you're already injured is huge on them. And it will get you hits in loops that would otherwise require a lot of time. I really recommend it on them. It's just as simple as get them injured, use this perk, down them, now your pressure is multiplied. We also have the killers whose power synergizes really well with this perk. At the top of this list, there's probably the pig. The pig can crouch, hide her presence, and then go for a sneaky ambush when you know a survivor is around the corner. The spirit cannot see the auras of this perk while she's in facing, but you don't need to. As long as you see where the survivor is staying or where they're running off, if you break line of sight with them, they will behave in a very predictable way. So you can go and hit them if they're standing still, or if they're running away, they're probably going to do so in a straight line because they don't really know where you're coming from or if you're using your power. They're just trying to create distance. And with your power, you'll catch up to them. As long as you get an idea of where they are, the spirit can use this perk very well, as we will see. You could also run it on Freddy, which is really, really fun. Wait for someone to blink through a window, pretend that you're going away, break line of sight, then teleport to a generator that's nearby. Approach from an angle they won't expect, down them in seconds. It is really, really fun. You could even run it on the Hunters. Ready up a hatchet across, around the corner, rather, and let it go when you see the aura of a survivor who's not even trying to dodge because they don't even see you yet. Very, very powerful on these killers, but feel free to experiment. You can run it on pretty much every killer. The only killers I probably wouldn't recommend it on are probably the Hag, because she chases in a very unique way and doesn't really do it normally. Perhaps the Trapper to some degree, because he is also very territorial and he uses traps, so you're not always going to be baiting it, although feel free. And I'm guessing the Demogorgon doesn't really get to use it as well, because it's a little bit tricky to sneak with a, 8 feet monster that stops on the ground like that. But other than these, and maybe even with this, this perk is really literally worth running on pretty much every killer. Give it a shot, try to learn how to use it. The really nice thing about this perk is that it really does turn one of your weaknesses into a strength. Maps such as Haddonfield with immense line of sight blockers, or the game with immense line of sight blockers, will give you a lot of info that you can work around to catch a survivor really when they won't expect it. Nobody expects you to lose chase and then appear magically at the end of a corner 20 meters away. Those 6 seconds really, really come in clutch. It also helps you in pallets that have low visibility. This is the kind of pallet where you need to get a hit, but if the survivor reads you well, or if you make a slight mistake, they'll get away. This perk helps you to secure that chase and just end it quickly, which is what this perk is really all about. I'm going to give you an example game from a couple streams ago where I used this perk on the Spirit, and I think it was a very educational one, and hopefully you will see it in action, and hopefully you'll begin to run it. The really nice thing about this perk that you need to understand is that it is one of those quiet perks. It's one of those perks that survivors don't really know that you're using. Let's be honest, no survivor ever runs Distortion, so nobody's going to know that you're seeing their aura. Distortion is the only thing that would notify them. When you come around the corner in a really unexpected way, they're going to think that you're lucky and not adapt, or they're going to think you're a god tier killer that has Oracle-like powers, and they're going to piss their pants. Either way, that's good for you. And I really, really do believe that this perk is worth using. Hopefully, the video that we're going to be using a little bit will convince you. I'll see you then, and until next time, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for watching. Wow, this is one of the more killer-sided maps by the looks of things. Very little pallets. I reckon this should be an amazing map for Billy or a Spirit. And Nurse as well. Let's see if we can catch them. I'll pay attention, and I'm sorry if I missed something. I'm going to really try to catch them before they settle in. I saw one of them. She's at the pallet. Gotcha. Right. Save the best for last will slowly allow us to recover quicker. The quicker I recover, the less ground they cover, the better chance I have. Look at this. This is why I'm All Ears is amazing. Break the line of sight, make them think you're using your power, and they'll play dumb. If they begin to go in one direction, you use your power for real and you catch up to them. Breaking line of sight with Spirit really freaks people out. The Nurse can use this perk even better. But, do that at your own peril. What teachable perk should I wait for? Leon, use command which perks, depending on the killer. Or you can use command which killer when I talk about the teachables of each. Skip to the killers that you want, maybe. Hey fellas, who's my obsession? Not you. Maybe the person that ran away. Very close. I should have used Pop there, actually. Let's do just that. I should have also paid attention to who's my obsession. Someone was here, but I can't tell if they bailed. They might have gone for the save. No scratch marks though, suspicious. We'll go back. That pop will hurt a bit. Oh, scratch marks. Yeah, they might have actually bailed. Yeah, they're going for the save by the looks of things. Someone missed a skill check. Person injured to my right, and these two over here. I hope it's just not my obsession. Oh, never mind. They all made it here. They'll come to the left. Of course. It's just not my obsession either. The obsession is the one next to the shack. This is perfect. We can get a lot of stags. I'll get my power back. I'll hit, and I'll immediately go and do this. You know what? We're gonna lose the gen, so I'm not interested in getting another pop super quickly. I'd rather down the person, slow them down, and hit the next gen with pop. Let's do it. She did really well and not just waiting. I did bad there, but we got her. She did really well in not just waiting at the pallet, but making distance. If I needed like a critical down right there, or if I had like expose or something, that would have bought her time. Mods, yo, thank you for the prime, man. You really didn't have to. Thanks, man. Nobody touched this, so it's gonna keep regressing. And now I'm waiting for barbecue, discordance, whispers, any perk I have to give me information about where to go. They fully heal. I expect some of them to maybe stack on a gen, but looks like it's not happening. Which is good, because we can probably pop it. The nice thing about pop, since it's buff, is that good killers can down a person on the hook, down a person, put them on the hook, down another, use pop, then hook them, then use pop again. Which is silly. The fact that you can close the deal so quickly. I'm gonna force it to go through a window, if I can. Ha, gotcha. She doesn't know if I'm going through the window or not, because the spirit doesn't have an animation. Recovery is super quick, and it's almost as if I had activation add-ons. That was pretty good. Ooh, a bit premature, and I didn't fully commit to it. I gotcha. Well done. That's so providential that the obsession hasn't managed to bump into me yet. It's working out. Really? Thank you so much for your 3 months. Worth kicking? Let's do it. If I had barbecue, I would have tried to figure out which gen they're working on right now. I see you, girl. I'll get a hit on you and that's it. Keep you busy. What? Where are you going? Don't move. Make it look convincing. Someone's coming for the rescue. Are they? Maybe not. Sorry, my girl. Don't worry. I don't mean to camp you, but I don't want to lose my stacks. This is a powerful tool. Wonderful. We are now back at 7. 20 more seconds until we get use of my I'm all ears perk. She made a bad play. Back at 8. Punish immediately for it. You see what I mean by two people having the same name? Look at the person on the ground. Her bleed out timer is on the wrong person. When survivors have the same name, like weird things like that happen. They're not stacking on gens, so we know they're not making too fast of a progress, but we also don't have information about where they are. Either way, we'll just check. That's bad coding? Yeah, it seems like it should have been easy enough to fix, right? David, did you work on this by yourself? You must have. That's not the David, though. Who are you? What? 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 That's it. Either way, let's use this. Good job, though. Are you waiting at the pallet? No? Okay, I'll give up, sure. I think I saw the obsession there, but I think I also missed a sub, so forgive me. Yeah, sorry, I made a bit of a misplay there, for sure. Hi, fellas. You're dead on hook, aren't you, Meg? Should be careful. What if 4 people have the same name? I can't imagine what would begin to happen. She's gonna be here. Oh, wow. She's getting better. Well done. Use my power in short bursts, keep them guessing. Nice! She used her balance landing in what I think is pretty much the only way you can use it in this map. Thanks to I'm all ears, I had no doubt that I had to swing there. This is also very nice. You'll get in some low visibility pallets, you get to use it like that as well. Very handy. many times you get to a pallet and you swing a fraction of a second late and it's too late for you. And just like that, we haven't really tunneled her, but she's out of the game. And we're coming with a vengeance. Never mind, I'm wrong. I'm using my power from ability here. Hi, fellas. Oh, that's crippling that you missed the skill check, isn't it? This skill is great. Yeah, this is the one we missed earlier. The first one that we found. Let's pop it, keep the gens under control, and go back. Hi, Feng, why are you here still? Go away, woman. If we also had add-ons on top of this, how do you reckon they could escape ever? Never. I don't think they could. This would be... Obsession? Okay. Hey man, this is rude. I'm having issues here. Oh, this is so confusing. Look at the Missa girls. The person on the hook looks like she's dead, but her timer is misplaced on the other girl. Alright, we'll go back and make some damage. Left. Now you're dead on hook for sure. My stacks are coming back. I see her aura. I see exactly where she's going, and she doesn't really get to mind game me. The best part is that she has no idea that I have this add-on. And for all she knows, I am like a god fucking killer that can read minds, which is so damn good. What happens if you hook both? They would probably be swapped, but I guess you wouldn't see it. Oh, hi. Is that a key you're holding? No, I'm just paranoid. I'm gonna do that, look away. The reason I look away from the place where I go is if in the off chance that they're in a swift and they're talking, I don't want her to tell them, oh, she's facing your gen, she's going there. You know what I mean? You always want to make it unpredictable. We'll close the gap for sure. What is she doing? Looping me around here. There's nothing else here, but she hasn't been to the side of the map, has she? So how would she know? To my left? Oh, she went back. Well done. She's looking. She's no pallet. If they were on comms, they would have probably told each other. Or if she had alert, she wouldn't have had this issue. She would have gone for the shack, where I think the pallet is still up. They could also have spine shield. That's true. That's true. And I guess if you're a very experienced killer and you see the survivors hiding really, really well, you could argue that, you know, you could like figure it out. She's dead, however. And these three gens are looking like a snack. Last one had some progress. Hello, Obsession. Now that I've already killed everybody, I'm not so interested in keeping stacks. I'm all ears. I know where she's going. I can see her up until the last second. And even if she does this sneaky thing, I can predict it. Even though she wasn't injured, you know? And now I can just guess. To my left. Over here. Well done. They finished gens really quickly. They've been down to business. Nice. But with Iron Will, that would have confused me. You probably would have been able to drop the pallet and get past me in that moment of confusion. I'm starting to think that maybe barbecue would suit this build better, but discordance is also useful. They've just been splitting up quite well, so we've been missing that info. 1, 2, 3. That gen, we were there not that long ago. Either she goes for the save or she's working on it non-stop. Let's go check. Give them a chance to go for the rescue. Oh, wow. Well. Let's figure out if she really has. No scratch marks leading anywhere. These gens are not getting done before she dies. She needs to go for the save and then split up, I reckon. I think that's... Oh, never mind. I take it back. Same that she's injured. Quick recovery from 5 stacks. And she doesn't make it. Well done. We'll let her DS me. Oh, she doesn't have it. I'll give hat to your buddy. Well done. That was really good. I got you, homie. Don't worry. Back into Destiny? Echo? I don't think that was my kind of game. I don't know if I could play it in a way that would be fun to watch. But if you guys have suggestions and you want to send me a DM with some info, I'll look into it for sure. Let's go find it together. It could be anywhere, actually. Whoa. It'll be a while. The survivor has a health bar? Yeah, I know. Even when she's dead, it still happens. There we go. Well done. They did really, really well. Bad map, worst killer. They didn't give up. Props to them. If we don't give hatch to survivors like this, who are we gonna give it to? Can you see the aura from Aryella while facing? No, but you can see it for a slight second while you begin the phase, which is kind of good. You just want to wait without looking at them. You know, wait outside of line of sight. They'll either run back to you or do something predictable, and when they don't see you, they are they're more likely to just try to make distance, and then moving at 175%, you catch up to them. Oh, nice. Wait, I don't think she got the achievement because she needs to escape through the exit gates, but still. Oh, GG. We'll play it all. You don't mind seeing players like this. This is fine. That was an amazing use of balanced landing, by the way. Props to that person for improvising and thinking on the go. There's only 2 spots where you can use it in this map. The basement drop and the tree. If you get up top and try to drop. So that was really good of her. Tombstone Myers, please. I'm a player's man. Not as good as you. Do you have any advice on Plague? I'll try to give you a rundown of what I would do, but I'm not great with her either. But anyway, that was a fun match. Hope they all had a lot of points.